Hello and welcome back to the February 21st edition of Huskies Weekend Preview. I'm your host, Alexis Pearson. Let's start with the men's basketball team, who will close out their regular season at home this weekend. On Friday, they will take on Bemidji State University. These teams have met once already this season, just after the start of the new year, a game in which the Huskies snuck by the Beavers in a 107-101 final in a double overtime thriller. Gage Davis was outstanding in this game with 42 points. Two other Huskies on the night would finish with 20 or more points. The Huskies only played the Beavers once last season, but completely dominated in a 96-62 win. The Huskies will look to sweep the season series with tip-off at 7:30 on Friday. On Saturday, St. Cloud State will be hosting University of Minnesota Crookston in the final regular season home game. The last time these teams met back in January, the Huskies suffered a 19-point loss. Crookston was able to shut down the Huskies' offensive star Gage Davis, only allowing him to tally 10 points on the night. The Golden Eagles will be coming into the weekend having won 3 of their last 4 games and will be playing the University of Minnesota Duluth the night before. Game time is set for 5:30. The women's team will also be in action against these same teams this weekend. The Beavers will come to town on Friday, a team who has lost 6 straight. When these teams met back in January, the Huskies got the 74-56 win. Tori Wartz had an outstanding performance in this game with 40 points, tallying nearly all the points for the Huskies on the night, with teammate Madeline Damon tallying the second most points with 14. The Huskies split the season series with the Beavers last year, losing by 1 point in their first matchup and winning handedly 83-51 in their second matchup. Tip-off for Friday's game is directly before the men's game at 5:30. On Saturday, the Huskies will host the Golden Eagles for their last regular season home game. The Golden Eagles have been struggling as of late, not having won a game since mid-January. And when these teams met earlier in the season, the Huskies won by 10 points. Mally Doucet led both teams in points in this game with 23. Tip-off is set for 3:30 on Saturday. The women's hockey regular season has concluded and have a bye week this weekend before the WCHA playoffs start on March 1st. The men's hockey team, however, is in action as they head to Nebraska this weekend for a showdown against University of Nebraska-Omaha. For an in-depth preview on this series, make sure you check out Madison Golden's full-length preview on YouTube. The tennis team will be in St. Peter, Minnesota on Friday and Saturday to take on Minnesota State Mankato and Southwest Minnesota State University. The Mavericks have started the season 3-5 but have lost 2 in a row. These teams met at the end of March last season, with St. Cloud State finding themselves on the losing end of things in a 6-3 loss. On Saturday, the Huskies take on the Mustangs of SMSU, and they sit just above 500 on the season, losing 5 of their last 6 after starting the season 5-0. And when these teams saw each other last year, the Huskies got the 6-3 victory. The action starts at 6:30 on Friday and 9 a.m. on Saturday. It is conference championship time for some, as the Huskies men's swimming and diving team is on the road as they finish their conference action, competing all week in the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference Championships hosted in Cleveland, Ohio. Another team competing in their conference championships this weekend is the women's track and field team. The Huskies will be heading to Mankato for the 2019 Indoor Championships hosted by Minnesota State Friday and Saturday. Lastly, we are into the NCAA playoffs for some of our winter sports already, as Nordic Ski will head to Houghton, Michigan for the NCAA regional meet, and the #1 ranked Huskies wrestling team will travel down the road to Moorhead, Minnesota for the NCAA Central Regional meet on Saturday, February 23rd. Action is set to begin at 10 a.m. with the gates opening at 9 a.m. On Saturday in the Nemzek Fieldhouse, you can purchase tickets at msumdragons.com or at the door on Saturday. Thanks for watching.